between the New York Jets and the Tennessee Titans. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They'll start on the ground. Hall evades the tackler, and now some space. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13, Stafford. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 42. 23 yards the pickup there. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now on 2nd and 13, Stafford. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Christian Fulton.
That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
1st and 10, it's Willis.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Well, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Malik Willis,
26 yards.
And the Titans are on the board here first in the season opener.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Stafford. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Stafford. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Working free to drop him for the sack there was Amari Barno. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
As a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain, 4.
And it's a Titans touchdown. Chigakakwo, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Titans are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford going up top. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. Straight ahead is Hall. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throwing is Stafford. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. They made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put
the Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Back to the ground with Hall. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Touchdown! From 8 yards out, and the Jets are back within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40. 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Tennessee. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
0. 40 gun. 40 gun.
Stafford now to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Back to throw, Stafford. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
But defensively, they're doing everything they can to protect this early lead after giving up a touchdown on their last drive.
Jets on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be third and forever. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Here's Stafford. Looking left side, and it's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 of the 39. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for the defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Throwing again is Stafford. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now it's Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence.
And it's a Titans touchdown.
What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now Hall to start the drive. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Double right.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Now Stafford. And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll give to Hall.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Double right.
They'll run with Hall.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll be out right at the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
For an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Willis with another keeper.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
Willis looking to throw on 1st down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Willis.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up.
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted.
Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Titans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still try to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. If this were hindsight as 2020 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise him and catch him off guard. Instead, you created a turnover, put your defense in a bad spot.
A big play there just before halftime. 57 yards. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. I know it's tough to make tackles in the open field, but that one hurts because he got a little bit extra after the missed tackle.
Receivers are coached so well, they have to break at least one tackle after the catch. He did that on that play.
Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the 1st down.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Willis on the sneak.
And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Willis on 3rd and goal.
Touchdown!
Chigakonkwo.
In the final seconds of the 1st half.
And the Titans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Santos with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this 1st half.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The final shot before the break, Stafford. And his throw here's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Henry again on second down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Again, it's Henry. To the 43, second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down, here's Henry. 52 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll try the right side with Henry. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. This from 36 yards out. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible, let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. Under pressure, they got him again. Jeffrey Simmons drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this ball is going to be touched out just shy of midfield.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Henry out of the pistol. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Stopped short of the 25. The 2nd effort couldn't free him. Still about 3 yards shy of a 1st as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. He made his 1st attempt, this from 45. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
53 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Barker. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 42. Here's Stafford. Cooks on the quick slant. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Stafford. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Hall want to give up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Stafford on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick 6. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Stafford. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jets take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th-quarter stop? 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Running from the gun with Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll go option to the short side. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Tackle on that play by Quentin Williams. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the 50, Stafford, who dumps this one off here to Hall. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Off of play action, here's Stafford. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
On third down, Henry. And the ball is knocked out, and the Jets have recovered. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
They're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stafford. He finds his man, complete. It's Barker. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. 2nd and 12, and you have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 3rd down, here's an option play left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Partner, that'll do it. These week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.